Hi, everybody. We're the Heartful of Hallmark podcast. I'm Kirsten, and I'm hosting with Noah. We're going to look at some Summer Nights movies and also do an overview of some of the new fall movies.
And first up, we're going to talk about Autumn Reeser's new movie, which I really enjoyed, Junebug. So I would like Kirsten to talk about this one first because she loved this one a lot more than anybody else did.
Yeah, so I really like Junebug because you got to see the childlike perspective and how she was like changing the mind of her older adult self and how that came to be. I thought it was just a really cute connection, knowing that like you're never going to lose your inner child, like you're always going to have those thoughts and different things. And it kind of helped Autumn's character like break out of her shell, which I enjoyed. I also really loved how it just like felt like it broke the mold of like the typical Hallmark movies, and how she wasn't afraid to like tell him how she felt. And that was even like early on in the movie, like they didn't wait like in the middle or the end of the movie, like it just happened so fast. And then I also really loved the like say anything references, and when she held up the boom box, I was like, yes, we need more stuff like that. Because I love any of like the John Hughes films and like those references to those movies. I just thought the movie all around was great.
I loved this. This was so fun. This little girl, she's adorable. Oh my God, she's adorable. She looks like she could be the daughter of Autumn Reese in real life.
Yeah,
they did the perfect job casting this girl. Autumn Reeser, she's just a delight. We love her. She's a delight. I want more of her in roles like this. Yes. I love her in Wedding Veil, but give me more of this goofy Autumn Reeser.
That's what we need. I feel like we don't get that many movies like that.
We need more of her. Well, in general, but we need more comedy from her.
Yes.
She's amazing. And our lead guy, I feel so bad. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Aaron O'Connor.
Yes, Aaron O'Connor. He was great. He had great chemistry with Autumn. He looked stupidly good in this too. I mean, as a guy, I don't recognize this.
Yeah.
He popped on. I'm like, dude, the wardrobe department made you look good. They made you look good, and I hate them for it. But my favorite part of this movie was not the storyline. It wasn't Autumn Reeser. I think they did a great job of making this feel like a summer movie.
They did.
A lot of summer vibes, especially that yellow dress that she wears.
Yes. Oh my gosh, her wardrobe was amazing throughout the whole movie. But even like also the car that she had too gave off like major summer vibes. Like I thought all around it really showed that.
I really hope that she got to keep that dress. Some of the stars do get to ask for stuff. I hope she got to ask for that dress and gets to keep it because I know she'd wear it. She'd wear that dress everywhere.
Yeah. And the other thing too is I loved like all the coffee shop scenes. And like the girl that ran the coffee shop, like they were really funny moments.
She was great. She was charming. Now, I could be wrong. She could be a potential lead in Hallmark. I mean, look at what happens with some of these smaller stars.
Yeah. Like
with Catherine Davis.
Yeah, Catherine Davis, Pascal had that puppy one with Steven. Like it definitely is possible.
Which also had Cat in it.
Yep.
Now, we could potentially see this happen. Mark our words. Mark it down right now. We will see her in a leading role maybe this Christmas, potentially. Maybe. You never know. I'm going to look up her name because she was great. She had Hallmark charisma. She had Hallmark star written all over her. Give her a film with somebody like a Andrew Walker.
Yeah.
Give her a Marcus Rosner. But I think the person she would work really, really well with, Brooks Darnell. Give her Brooks Darnell.
Yeah, that would be good.
And give me more Brooks. I want more Brooks. I love his film, A Winter Getaway. No one likes that movie, and I don't know why. He pretends to be a rich guy, and he's just great. But Junebug is one of the greatest films they've released in a couple of years. I loved
Yeah.
this. I want to watch this again
Yeah.
right now.
I know, like I would definitely watch it again. And I even really enjoyed like the connection that she had with her parents too. And like how they kind of knew what was going on, letting her know that they knew what was going on.
And no dead parents. No dead parents in this movie, which is a bit of a change for Hallmark because it always seems like, oh, my mom just died or my
Mhm.
dad died and it's been a year since this happened. We actually get to see both parents actually there and
Yeah.
happy, breathy,
Yeah.
and living.
I loved how they like embraced her dream too. Like they knew that what she should be doing is writing books and children's books. And I thought that was a really good moment.
And the conflict in this film, I like the conflict too.
Mhm.
This was a bit of a change. Instead of a misunderstanding,
Yes.
it's more of, okay, this didn't go my way,
Mhm.
so yada yada.
Yeah.
Instead of she's caught hugging a guy on the street or
Mhm.
something like that, or hugging a coworker or something like that.
Yeah.
That I'm glad they did that. Give us
Yeah.
more like this.
I that's what I really like too. Like they had the problem and they were like right to it. What can I do to fix it?
Mm-hmm. Instead of what they've been doing with the past few movies, it's mostly been, oh, so you hugged your ex-boyfriend,
Mhm.
or you hugged this guy on the street, or you had a telephone call or a text message from somebody. Sure, we've seen literally thousands of Hallmark movies, but this feels different. Give
It
us more like
does.
this.
Mhm.
And everybody loved it. I can't think of anybody who didn't like Junebug.
I know. And I'm really excited for is it the magic of lemon drops? Because I feel like that has very like much so similarities in some
Mm-hmm.
ways. Like that kind of gives me the vibe of Junebug. So I'm very excited to see that.
I'm so excited for that. We get that within next weekend, I believe. Next weekend.
Mhm.
This
Yep.
weekend is a Costa Rican wedding
Yep.
with Rhiannon Fish and Christopher Russell, which it's actually premiering right now as we're
Hmm.
doing this. We watched it earlier, and we're not going to talk about it a ton, but I'll just say it was enjoyable.
Hmm.
It had fun moments.
Yeah, it really did. Like it was a beautiful location. I did like when they had to go on like the scavenger hunt for the backpack. Like that was interesting to see them go through that journey.
I love that one scene when she saw the snake and Chris goes, "Don't move." Does it have a diamond shaped
Uh-huh.
pattern on the top of its head? How can you not tell? Those monkeys, I would have done the same thing.
Hmm.
But then again, I know what everyone is going to like in this film. I've already seen Andrea on Instagram talk about this. She liked shirtless Christopher Russell. She liked that scene. Me, I'm like, dude, put your shirt back on. You make us feel bad. But he's a great guy, and
Yeah.
I love Rhiannon.
Hmm.
She might not have the best movies. I just love her in general.
Hmm.
She's very charming, and she's really cute. But she gets better with each film. I think
Yeah.
her Hallmark films,
I'd really
her
like to see her
other one,
do the Nikki and Nora mystery.
give me more of Nikki and Nora. Get Hunter and Rhiannon back because
Mhm.
that's their best film. Each
Yeah.
of their best film.
I think it's because like they play off of their best friend relationship and that really shows through.
And instead, I'd like to get 3 or 4 more of those.
Hmm.
Not saying the Jane mysteries aren't going to be good, but I'd rather have 3, 4 more of the Nikki and Nora mysteries, or maybe
Yeah.
more of the case murder. No, the cases of Mystery Lane.
Yeah.
We're getting another one of them, and I want 3 more of those because
Hmm.
that really spoke to the marriage side of the
Yeah,
Hallmark movies.
it did.
But Nikki and Nora, no one talks about that movie, and I don't know why. It's
I
one of
know
the best
it was really
mysteries.
good.
It's
It needs more love.
and I like how it's a female centered movie and they solve
Hmm.
the problem themselves instead of
Yes.
with say uh what's a good example? Oh yeah, the Aurora Tea Garden movies.
Hmm.
She's held up a gunpoint and here comes Mr. Peter Benson to save the day for the 8th time in the series.
Yeah.
Cool. Or Niall Mater saves the day. I love Peter Benson. I love Niall Mater. But in my female-driven movies, I like to see the females kick butt. And
Yeah.
Nikki and Nora did that. They killed it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't give enough praise to that movie. I love it. Give me more of those too.
Yeah.
Even if you want to do another movie with them in it, just give me
Mm-hmm.
Rhiannon and Hunter together.
Yeah, definitely.
And this year we do get to finally see who has better chemistry with Tyler Hynes. Is it Rhiannon Fish or Hunter King?
Sure. I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. And we will also get to see Mama Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Kelsey 2 times.
Well, yeah, I don't think a lot of people know that.
2 times because Hallmark is being a bunch of cowards. I probably shouldn't say that, but they're being cowards. But
Well,
if you look back, if you look back a month or 2 ago, we actually showed that preview.
Mm-hmm.
We showed that preview on the podcast where she's in a Eagles jersey.
Yep.
In her son's Eagles jersey.
Yeah, she had Jason's.
Which, I mean, does that confirm that we're going to get a Jason Kelsey appearance?
Or Kylie. Maybe Kylie.
If Kylie showed up, I mean, if Kylie showed up, I think people would be more excited than Jason. I mean, he's everywhere with his podcast, with his brother. Now it's Mama and Kylie. It's Mama and Kylie. But Mama, I mean, if we can get any interview, I think we would love to get a interview with a Tyler Hynes, Mama Kelsey, or Hunter King.
Yep.
I mean, that would be amazing. If we could get you all on this podcast to talk about the movie, not only would it be an honor, we'd be fanning out.
Yeah, we would be.
Especially this girl right here. She
not only am I a huge Chinese fan, but I also love the Eagles.
And not only do I consider myself a member of the Chinese fans, I'm a Hunter King fan.
Uh-huh.
I love Hunter King.
I really love her movies.
I championed her the first time I saw her when everyone, who is this girl? I'm like, do you not know the last name? Do you not recognize that last name? And then they went, oh.
What if maybe we get a cameo from Joey?
I didn't think about that.
You never know.
I mean,
she's also a huge T Swift fan.
She's friends with Taylor.
Yeah.
She's friends with
So maybe.
Let's see. This might be too high for them. They can't get T Swift.
No.
I don't think that they could afford her rate. They might be able to afford Travis.
I mean, there are some players in the movie.
I mean, we're definitely going to see his jersey.
Yeah.
We're going to see his jersey. We're going to see Mama Kelsey wearing that jersey. But besides that, can we get a Travis Kelsey cameo? Can we get a Joey King cameo? I think Joey's more likely.
Yeah.
I mean, we are getting bigger stars in Hallmark Channel films now. I mean, Jordan Fisher, anybody?
I know. I'm so excited.
Joey King, if you want to surprise me, put her in there. And all the way from like this takes it back, man. Ramona and Beezus.
Yeah.
With Selena Gomez. I remember her from there, and I was a fan of her then. Now she's our age. And she had a beautiful wedding. Handsome husband. Don't know how he landed her. But it's all luck, it's all love, and we love everybody. But did you want to move on to My Dreams of You?
Yep. We can move on.
So the next one is one that I knew about before anybody else did. And that is My Dreams of You.
Mm-hmm.
I got to talk to a co-star of this one, Erica Deutschmann. She played the blonde best friend. and she said that she just wrapped a movie that was going to be airing in August. It wasn't even out yet. Nothing was announced. All she said was she just wrapped it a little over
Mhm.
3-4 weeks ago. And she told me the cast. And immediately after that interview, I text you and I'm like, here's when it's coming out. Here's the name. Here's who's in
Yeah.
it. I knew about this movie. I didn't know what it was about. So, what is My Dreams of You all about?
So we have Skylar, who is the leading lady in the movie, and she keeps having these dreams with this guy that she's never met,
Mm-hmm.
and she feels like a real connection. And when she wakes up, she still like remembers like who the person was, but she didn't get the name of the person. Like I think that's what happened in the first part. She didn't get the name, and then she's like, no, I don't know who it is. But then she like keeps having it on repeat and like finding out more details. And you see like they're working in like this like dream studio, I guess. Like I forget
Mm-hmm.
what it was called, what they called it. And they realized that they made a mistake and accidentally had like both of them together in the dreams, and then they kind of both knew about each other. So then she sees that there's like a poster. I can't think of the guy's name in it for him to
Uh,
play guitar.
Kapil, so,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
His last name is rough.
I
I
don't I
know
can't
I
think of
know it's
what his
Kapil.
character's name was,
Let me look that up.
but he was playing a show at a local restaurant. So she attended and saw that it was him, and then they ended up like kind of building a connection based off of that. But I thought that it was a very good movie. I really enjoyed seeing how they got to like go from like having the dreams to building a real connection, and then the person that was like in charge of the dreams like helping to like she didn't want them to lose the connection that they had, and they were still able to like fall in love with each other.
I loved her. I
Hmm.
loved her.
I did too.
She delivered a fantastic performance. She was
She
the
was.
perfect
She
side
did.
leading lady.
Yeah, she was like the fairy godmother.
Oh yeah, this kind of felt like a Cinderella type of a
Yeah,
story,
it did.
and in a way, it kind of reminded me of is it the Rescuing Christmas where Santa's elves have
Yeah.
to come in and help?
Mhm.
That's kind of how it felt to me as well. Which two very good movies, two similar type of characters, but they
Mhm.
had good comedic beats. She knew when to cry on command. She delivered the best performance in the movie. Now, Skylar, I love Skylar. This is by far her
Mhm.
best film
It
in
was
the
so
Hallmark
good.
series.
Yeah. I really enjoyed everything about it. It was
I
so much different than the regular movies. Like I've never seen anything like it.
no, and what they did here is they added a musical element that paid off. You
Mhm.
hear the whole song, whereas
Yeah,
in something like Making Waves, you hear like 90 seconds
and I
of a three
really
and a half
liked
minute
that
song.
movie. That movie was good, Making Waves, and the
That was
music in it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
oh, I loved it. I loved it. That needs to get talked about more. Give me more
Mhm.
music in Hallmark movies.
Yeah, because there's so many of them that have beautiful voices.
Beautiful voices, and some where if you've heard them sing,
Mhm.
I mean, sure, we know that Wes Brown has a great singing
I
voice.
was just about to say, get me Wes Brown singing in a Christmas movie
We did get him in Christmas at
again.
Graceland,
Yeah, we need
but
more.
then again, that wasn't really his style of singing.
Mhm.
His style is more of like a jazzy feel to it.
Mhm.
But what I would like to see is I'd like to see. I know she's with Great American Family now, but Jessica Lowndes and Wes Brown in a musical.
Yes.
Maybe if they do one for real one, and
Mhm.
Hallmark buys it or
Oh my gosh,
JC buys it.
Jessica has a gorgeous voice. I got to hear her sing at Christmas Con, and she was spectacular.
She sang in that one film with
Mhm.
Jesse Metcalf, Harmony from the Heart. Oh, that was
Mhm.
gorgeous. That was all about music therapy.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. She had a
And
beautiful voice.
speaking of Jesse Metcalf, when are we going to get him in another Hallmark movie?
I don't
Like,
know.
it's been so long.
I don't know if there was a falling out. I hope not. I hope not. I
Yeah.
wanted more of those Martha Vineyards. Oh, those are
Yeah.
so
I
good.
haven't seen those.
They're so good. They're more they're the action style of Hallmark
Mhm.
movie. There's a lot of action, guys going through doors,
Mhm.
actual fights, instead of just a standoff with a gun. But he actually knows how to fight. I love that guy. Give me more of that.
Yeah.
But my dreams of you, two very good movies in a row.
Yes.
Two very good movies in a row. Can we make it three? Can we make it three? And I'm not going to talk about Costa Rican Wedding because technically it premiered already on
Mhm.
Hallmark Movies Now. While it does premiere on the channel this week, it's already out.
Yeah.
We've already seen it. We enjoyed parts of it. We enjoyed both actors. But can we make it three in a row with movies we haven't seen before?
Yeah.
With the magic of lemon drops?
I hope so. Because
If
it's two very good co-stars.
Lindsay Fonseca, oh,
Mhm.
and Ian Harding. If that movie disappoints me, do you know how mad I'm gonna be?
I
I
think we're giving it
uh,
all positive vibes. I think it's going to be very good.
the one that I am stupidly excited for is Head Over Heels. I'm excited for that one
I
with
don't.
Becky Dalton.
Oh yes, yes, with Becky.
With Becky Dalton and Olivier.
Mhm.
But it's mostly because I work in a shoe store. So shoes are basically in my life.
Yeah.
So this is a movie kind of made for my job in a
Mhm.
way. And I like both stars. Becky is awesome from what I've heard from both Kat and Max. Olivier is fantastic. He's obviously a great actor, but he's a great. I mean, a
Yeah.
great guy in general.
Awesome.
But I'm excited for that one.
Are
And
that one going onto the streaming service before it airs?
no, mm-mm.
No. Okay.
Nope. That's just going straight to the Hallmark Channel on the 31st.
Okay.
But I think that's going to lead us into the fall movie preview. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to have Kirsten do one, and then I'll do the next one.
Okay.
So what is the first movie on the lineup?
All right. I have to pull it up. I wasn't sure if you wanted to pull it up on the screen or just have it like
I I
thumbs.
I I can do that. Yeah, I can do
Okay.
that. Fall into Love, Mark 2024. We're just gonna do it this way.
Okay.
2024 movies. There we go. We'll just do it this way. The power of not editing because this is completely uncut. Yes, I edit my show. I don't edit this podcast because that's how you all love it. All raw. There we go. Can you see that, Kirsten?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. So what is the first one up here?
Okay, so the first one we have a very massive pairing with Lacey Chabert and Brennan Elliott. It's called His and Hers, and they are lawyers in this movie. So, lawyers Mark and Dana are the perfect married couple until they find themselves on opposite sides of a highly public divorce case involving a wearing reality show couple. So, I'm very excited to see this because it's been a little bit since we've seen them together. And one of my favorites of theirs together is oh my gosh, it's the one where they're working at the inn.
All of my heart. All
Yes,
of my
all of my
heart.
heart. I love those movie series. Those were so good. And we also get to see in September Lacey's new Hallmark Plus series
Mm-hmm.
called Celebrations with Lacey Chabert.
Which bringing in that a little bit, I'm excited they're not dropping it all at once. We actually get
Mhm.
one episode a week,
Yes.
and we're gonna get it one every Thursday, Tuesday, somewhere
Yep.
around there. But I'm excited for this one. Brendan Elliott, Lacey Chabert, they've obviously done 11, 12 movies together.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
They did do all of the crossword mysteries and they did 5 of those. They
Yep.
did A Christmas Melody with
Mhm.
Mariah Carey. They've done 3 of the All of My Heart movies. And then does this make it 9 or 10?
Something like that.
9
Yeah.
or 10 movies together.
But I think it'll be interesting to see, like, them, like, as a couple, but then, like, on opposite sides of each other dealing with the 2 warring couples and how they're gonna play that out.
I love how we get to see them as a married couple
Uh-huh.
because where it ended off in the All of My Heart series, it ended with the wedding. We never got to see them as a married couple.
Yeah.
And with Crossroad Mysteries, we maybe got a kiss in one of the movies, but they never got any further. This we
Yeah.
actually get to see them go all the way
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
be
it'll
a
be
married
nice
couple.
because they already have that, like, relationship established.
Mm-hmm. And we can already say this chemistry is going to be amazing. They're going to
Mhm.
have amazing chemistry with each other. But that leaves us into the next one. And the next one is going to be The Heiress and the Handyman with Jodie Sweetin and Corey Sevier. After losing her fortune, an heiress moves into a rural farm where she mistakes her handsome neighbor for the handyman. To live up to her family's legacy, he helps her compete at the county fair. This one is up my alley
Mhm.
because this is around the time where my county fair starts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be competing at my county fair in the baking competition.
Mhm.
So I'll be able to relate.
That's
Jodie
really cool.
Sweetin, I, I mean, I've loved her ever since I was 2.
Mhm.
When I was just a little baby, my mom said I was like 6 months old. She'd put me in my bouncer every day on like TBS or something like that, or ABC Family. They would have a 4-hour marathon in
Yep.
the afternoon of Full House, and
Full
she'd
house.
just sit me there, and I'd be quiet for 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
Immediately afterwards, I was everywhere. I was antsy. It was just Full House, and I guarantee it's because of Jodie Sweetin and Candace Cameron Bure. But Corey Sevier, this dude just keeps on getting better. I can't think of one
Mhm.
movie where he has a bad performance or a bad movie.
Yeah, like, I saw it said road trip romance, and I was like, "Oh, I really like that one."
That's really good.
Him
That
and Natalie are just so good together.
oh, Noel Next Door. Oh
Mhm.
my lord, I love them and that together too. Jodie Sweetin, I'm looking forward to it. I'm scared that we'll get a little bit of Jodie overload though,
I
because
think
we
it'll
got.
be good.
I think we'll be good. I
Yeah.
think we'll be good. Why is there a bad thing of more Jodie Sweetin? But Corey is the reason that we're watching this.
Yeah.
Corey is the Hallmark star, and this story it takes place in a small town.
Uh-huh.
It has to do with the county fair.
Yep.
It's up my alley. What do you think about it?
I think it's really cool. I've also done stuff at my county fair where I did, like, a baking contest, and it was, like, for chocolate cake. So I think this would be interesting to see, like, how realistic the county fair is to compare it to, like, what we know. I'm very
Hmm.
excited.
And as it says here, Jodie Sweetin is also in the Jane Mysteries. We have 3 of those movies coming out in
Mhm.
September, which we're not going to bring those up yet. But once we watch them, we will potentially talk about them. Moving on to the next one is this one.
Yes. So we have Falling Together starring Ashley Williams and Paul Campbell, and you already know just by seeing their names that it's gonna be funny. Because they are both very like comedic souls. So it says Natalie tries to bring feuding neighbors together in her new condo building. Her unexpected ally is the building super prefers to avoid getting involved. So with this one too, I also believe that they're gonna bring up is it end alls? Like they're gonna do some sort
Yes.
of like reference to that to support that cause because we know that's very near and dear to Ashley's heart. And I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, we get a Nahide Loach cameo.
We could. I mean, her, Ashley, and Ben are doing that that fundraiser right now to
Mm-hmm.
raise all that money, which I think they did raise the $10,000. God bless them for it. I donated a little bit of money to it, but I think they're doing a race in this film.
Yes, that's what I saw in the trailer. It looked
Mm-hmm.
like they were doing some sort of race.
I'm excited for this because I know that Ashley likes doing movies with uh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Um,
With meaning to them.
yes, yes.
She did that one, the 5 more minutes, moments like these,
Mm-hmm.
and that had a lot of meaning of healing, trying to accept love in a different light after losing your partner. This one, it's near and dear to her heart, and it's also very close for Nikki because she
Mm-hmm.
lost her father to it. This movie's going to be great. It's Paul Campbell. He's a gem. Ashley Williams is a gem.
Yep.
But I'd say this might be the best movie of the month. If it hits the mark,
Well, it could be.
it could be.
But we also have Wes and Aaron.
We also got Wes and Aaron, which brings us to this one right here, The Real West, with Kimberly Sustad, Lucas Bryan, and James Denton. The Real West is all about a family vacation to a working ranch, introduces Professor Rebecca to Jake West. And Rebecca is a widower chasing tenure, and Jake is a handsome cowboy who never settled down. So this one, I'm excited for. I like Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
I like her a lot. I like Lucas.
Yeah.
This one, I'm going to watch it. I'm skeptical about this.
I think it's a stellar cast. Like
I
James Denton,
mhm.
I really liked him in oh my gosh, it was My Family Christmas Tree. Was that what it was?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
The one with
It was
Andrew and
Andrew and
Amy.
yeah, Amy Teagarden.
Yeah. And the Tyler Hines cameo that everybody loves.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited for this one.
I am too.
It's a ranch movie. I'm hoping they do the never settled down storyline justice because Lucas is great. I just hope they don't make him unlikable. I want to like this character.
And I'm interested to see if it's gonna have like any similarities to their show Ride because that was like about cowboys and like the
Mm-hmm.
West and that type of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see.
I'm really hoping. That's a good one. But this one, I know you are excited for.
Yes. So we have Autumn at Apple Hill, and this is starring Aaron Cahill and Wes Brown, and they are like two of like my absolute favorite like Hallmark leads. So we have newly divorced Elise starts renovating the inn she inherited from her grandparents, catching the eye of Luke, the chief financial officer of a major hotel chain. Despite first trying to scare him off, Elise discovers Luke might be the best person to help her restore the inn to its former glory. So I'm hoping, I don't know if it will happen in this one, but maybe we'll get a little bit of Wes Brown singing. Maybe. I don't know. It's tricky.
We could.
See, I don't know. But I think this is going to be really good because they have worked together, but I feel like when they did before, we didn't get to see a whole lot of them together. So I'm so excited to like see them have like another chance because I think that they are going to have incredible chemistry with each other,
Mm-hmm.
banter. I think it'll be fun to watch.
I'm excited for this because I love Erin Cahill. I
Uh-huh.
love Erin Cahill. She's one of my favorite actresses.
Mhm.
I get in the mood, right? I get in the mood for a good Hallmark movie. I go to
Uh-huh.
my favorites, and Erin's in my top 10.
Yeah.
And Wes Brown, he's easily in my top 3 or 4
Oh my
favorite
gosh. Yeah.
leading men.
And they are seriously two of like the kindest souls that you could ever meet. Like I look forward to seeing them at Christmas Con. I'm hoping that they will be back because they are just awesome people to be around.
I can't wait to meet him. I hope to meet him sometime, whether it's on here or in person at
Mhm.
a convention, maybe at a Christmas con, maybe at a Kansas event, maybe.
Maybe.
But
And
eventually,
if anybody hasn't watched Every Time a Bell Rings, make sure to watch that movie. Aaron and Wes are both in that one. That was what I was like touching on when I was talking about the movie. Um, it's really good to see, and there's a really good like sister bond in that movie. So if you have time, definitely go on to Hallmark Movies now and stream Every Time a Bell Rings because you will not regret it.
I really like that movie as well. It's a great one.
Hmm.
This one is going to be great because I know it's going to lean into the fall feel.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get a lot like the apple pie, a little bit of apple pie here, maybe some trees. Give me that. I would love that so much.
Hmm.
I think this will take us back to the days of like October Kiss and Pumpkin
Yes.
Pie Wars, which are
I
two of
think
the
this is
greatest fall
gonna,
movies.
yeah, I feel like this one's going to have a lot of fall in it.
Yeah. And then the next one is going to be Haunted Wedding. I'm excited because it's Janelle Parrish, but that's
Hmm.
just me. The wedding between ghost hunters Jane and Brian at a haunted inn is disrupted by Angelique, a ghost who mistakes Brian for her dead fiance. This sounds great.
It
This blends horror.
reminds it reminds me of like three bed, two bath, one ghost, and I loved that one. That was probably my favorite like fall one that they had.
That was great. I loved that,
Uh
and
huh.
I love that cast too. Anything that Chris McNally does,
Uh huh.
he's fantastic.
He is. He
He's
really
fantastic.
is.
And Julie, give me
Uh
more of
huh.
Julie.
Oh my gosh! But I want to see them in another movie together.
Maybe a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Maybe a Christmas sequel. Three bed, two bath, one ghost Christmas.
Mhm.
I mean, we get ghosts in Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen. I kind of forgot this one was coming out, so now this might be my most anticipated, just because I like horror.
Uh huh.
This is going to give us a horror feel to Hallmark.
And I don't think we've seen Ghost Hunters before.
No, we never seen ghost hunters in Hallmark. We've seen ghosts, but we've never
Uh-huh.
seen like ghost hunters.
Yeah. So it'd be cool to see how I feel like a lot of these are very highly anticipated across all Hallmarkies. So it'll be interesting to see like what's people's favorites.
But that will lead us into the mysteries, which I'm going to try and pull up the mysteries here really quickly. Let me pull that up here. Let me see. Where are you? Okay, maybe. Well, we did just have Jazz Ramsey, a K9 mystery, which I didn't get to see that one yet.
I
I know
didn't
it's on
either.
my friendly to watch.
Yeah.
I know it's on there. Hallmark Mystery 2024. There, maybe. I might just have to.
I can read it off my phone.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. Okay. So if anybody doesn't know, there is an app called the Hallmark Movies Checklist, and it has all of the movies on there, and it gives you like a little bit of background on the movies, tells you when they're going to be on air too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have Nellie Knows Mysteries, A Fatal Engagement, and that's with Pascal and Kevin Smith. Um, so there's only like a little bit of a description. I want to see if there's a longer one
Let me see.
because it just says advice columnist Nellie and Detective Hogan work together to find a killer.
Well, let me see this. Okay. The Cases of Mystery Lane also has a movie coming out that following week. And this one This one is going to be very, very interesting. And this is called Death is Listening. And I'm sorry if you hear my dog. As Birdie and Alden's relationship grows, they share a true love of true crime podcasts. But their favorite host dies. They help Officer Newton investigate sinister suspects.
I think this will be neat because it sort of reminds me of Only Murders in the Building with like the podcast. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I have to watch the first one though.
It's so good.
I know, I really need to watch that. I've heard such good things about it. But I feel like with both of these movies, they're gonna do very well because Pascal and Kevin are also very loved in the Hallmark world as a like epic pairing.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one is Nellie Knows Mysteries of Fatal Engagement. A local and Vice columnist with knowledge of town secrets gets entangled in a murder case, clashing with a detective leading into the investigation. That cast looks great. I'm very excited for it. It's
I am
Pascal.
too. I know.
It's Pascal and Kevin Smith. How can you not?
Mm-hmm.
How can you not be excited? But that leads us into that. And before we have a little bit of a surprise for you in just seconds, potentially. Would you like to talk about the concert you went to with a little bit of news you found out?
Yes. So I recently went to a Big Time Rush concert. It was amazing. And for all the Hallmarkies that don't know, Carlos Penavega is a part of Big Time Rush. And they're an awesome band. They always put on an awesome show. They sing, they dance, they come into the crowd. They love to interact with their fans. But we got some very exciting news that they actually filmed a new Big Time Rush movie together. And if you don't know, they used to have a TV show, so it's very exciting to see these guys come back on our screens again. And for all of the people that love them on Nickelodeon, it'll be a nice like surprise for any of you that didn't know about this.
And what I think could potentially happen is we're going to get a cameo in the new Great American Family movie that they did.
Maybe.
If you didn't see that preview, they announced they wrapped production with Carlos and Alexa at the.
Oh, they were at AT&T Stadium.
Oh yeah, at
Yeah.
AT&T Stadium, and they had on the Big Time Rush theme song, Big Time Rush, and I went,
Yeah.
oh. I sent that immediately to you, and I'm like, I think they're going to be in it.
I don't know. I don't know if they just played the song to play the song. I feel like that might just be what it is. Maybe they'll play some of their music in the background.
Maybe.
Or maybe they were just like, it's a big surprise they did Big Time Rush. I don't know.
What I'm very happy about is that we will potentially be getting a Big Time Rush in a GAC movie, but we're at least getting a movie nonetheless.
Yeah.
Which is exciting because for years we didn't even know if they would get back together.
Mm-hmm.
Watching Carlos and Alexa's vlog on YouTube, you saw how much he wanted to go back on tour.
Yeah.
You saw how much there was this one where they were on a cruise ship on a big vacation, and he put on tour videos. And he's telling you, so we had to pull the trampolines off because someone broke their ankle here. And I'm just like, man, I can tell how much he wants to go back on touring. They haven't come around my area, which that's fine. Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'm gonna get to see him at some point, even if they come to your area again, and I have to come there to see them. Great, but we do have a special guest in here. And she will let me know when she's ready. Okay. But Big Time Rush does have a new movie coming out. I'm excited for it. Kirsten's excited for it, and I know that our special guest is ready for it.
And they also said they have new music coming out and potentially doing some sort of like holiday concert.
Well, we know they got a new album coming
Mm-hmm.
out soon. I know they put out a new song. I haven't heard it yet, but I know it's
Yeah.
out.
They played it at the concert. They said we were like one of the first crowds to like hear it live.
After we're done with this podcast, I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Uh-huh.
But you
There's
guys
a
have been asking
I think
for,
the music
yes,
video dropped yesterday for it, I think.
I think it's in my watch list on YouTube. I think
Mm-hmm.
you guys have been asking for. You've been asking me, where is this person?
Yeah.
So welcome in Amanda.
Hi.
We were
It's nice to
just
see you
joking
again.
about Big Time Rush.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you back on here. I've been having multiple people message me and being like, "Where's Amanda?" And I'm like, "She's just been busy with some life stuff, people."
Yeah, between all the like craziness getting settled up here in New York and then having like 2 conventions, like which we planned those before we moved up here. So we were close, like when we lived in Hanover, we like were closer to like both of the areas because it was Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and then Raleigh, near North Carolina. So we were closer, and like only 5 hours for Raleigh, and then like 5 for Pittsburgh. So it was like 7 hours from here to Pittsburgh, and then like 11, yeah, 11 to Raleigh. So
Mhm.
like the only reason we still basically did them was because we had the admission and we had our stuff bought. But they were still like really fun regardless, and I'm still glad that I went to those because those were ones that I had planned prior to
Mhm.
everything crazy happening. So, yeah.
So who all did you meet at these conventions?
The first one was the Raleigh one. Um, there we saw Skeet, Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, Jamie Kennedy, and then Jack Dylan Grazer. He's from It and Shazam, and then Kimberly J. Brown and her husband Daniel from Halloween Town, and I think that, yeah, that's everybody at that one. And then at Steel City Con, we met Jared Padalecki, Tom Welling, Mark Pellegrino, and Elena Hoffman. All of them are from Supernatural. So
Mm-hmm.
She's a big convention person. She loves going to all these cons. That's her happy place. Her happy place
yeah.
is there.
Mhm.
And she has another couple coming up, I believe. I think he got one in New York next week.
No, next week I'm just going to New York City just to like, because I haven't been for a while.
Oh, okay.
And one of my Chatty Laugh, a fan page that I talk to of Chad quite often, she like wanted to do this like New York City idea for like Chad's birthday, like me, her, and then Riley, another Chad fan page. I don't know what's happening because like the plan that we had was like a billboard idea, but I don't know. She has to make sure like it's in stock or available because if it's not still in stock, she wants me to just go with a poster like that she like makes of stuff with Chad, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So that's why that came up, and that also was planned like I almost feel like that was a little bit after C2E2, but I have that, and then in September I have 2 cons. Both of them are horror cons. Horror Hound is Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm seeing Skeet again, and then Cole Sprouse, which I'm excited about him
That's
because
cool.
he's in Riverdale, and then Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and I'm really excited about him. And then I'm also seeing Melissa Barrera, who was in Scream 5 and 6, and
Oh, please tell my heart.
she's in a bunch of other
Oh.
stuff right now. And then who else? Um, then the following week, that one is in Connecticut, and I'm seeing Skeet again, but also the one who played Mary Sanderson in Hocus Pocus is going to be there, and I'm
Oh,
really
Oh,
cool.
excited
yeah.
to meet her. And then that's in Connecticut. That's only about 2 hours away from where I'm at now. And then October, the beginning, I have Monster Mania, and I'm going to be seeing Matthew Lillard and Skeet again, and then Jamie Kennedy, and basically all the Scream ones again. And then I have Rhode Island Comic Con in the beginning of November, and everybody's going to that one. That's like a bunch of the Scream people and some of the Back to the Future cast, and they announced a lot of people for that con. I think they get like 50 plus guests. And then Christmas Con in December, but yeah, that's that's one everybody's familiar with.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Well,
And I'm
you guys have been
thinking-
asking for. You have been asking for. I promised you she's coming back. I wasn't lying. I've been waiting on her schedule to align with ours and our schedule to align with everybody else's. But this podcast takes time. It takes time to get everybody together. Life things get in the way. But we're all back. Not every podcast will be us three. But the next podcast, should I announce it? Or do you want to wait?
Maybe we could wait as a surprise. Well, maybe we could give some hints.
Well, let's just say this. There's going to be two surprises. One, I'm just going to spoil right now. We're going to get Kirsten's mom on here. Because as soon as I got this person, she goes, I don't care. I have to meet him. I have to see him. What hints can we give? Okay, he's been with Cindy a lot. Cindy Busby a lot. If you look back at the Max McGuire interview, if you look at our Instagram, I tagged him. I made a reel of Kirsten's question to Max about this specific actor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's known as the sexiest man on Hallmark. If you saw the new movie, you would see why. He's fit as a bull. Washboard abs, arms like a tree trunk. Just massive. But we'll have him on next week, and then I got a couple more things lined up. But the next time, we're going to be talking about The Vow and Safe Haven when it's just me and Amanda. Because I know that she loves those movies. She can talk about those for hours and just have the biggest smile on her face. And there's my dog again. Oh, that's great. But is that it for this podcast, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Anything else you want to talk about?
I think we're good.
Oh yeah, one more thing. You guys got your Awesome Names jerseys, didn't you?
Oh, I would have brought it with me. Yeah, I have it at home.
I completely forgot. But how did you guys get those?
So Chad was doing a special thing for the anniversary of A Cinderella Story, and he was doing the jerseys, which they've never sold online anywhere because I've tried to look before, and this is the first time they've ever had it. And he did it on his personal website, and you had the option of getting it autographed or not autographed. I didn't get mine autographed in hopes that maybe I can get it personalized at a convention. So we'll see if that happens.
I think Amanda got it signed.
Yeah, mine's signed on the back. And then I got Dane one, and then his isn't signed. And same thing. I was like to Dane, maybe then he'd have something for Chad to sign. If, hopefully he goes to the only con he's done so far this year is C2E2.
I know
he hasn't even been confirmed yet for the for Wilmington.
Yeah.
And
I know. I feel like he's so busy right now with the Freaky Friday movie and then Sullivan's Crossing, and if he's doing any Christmas movies, like I don't know if he's gonna be at any.
I know he's doing one in Paris, the weekend of September 28th. Like, but all of them are going to that one. Like him, Hillary, James. I think Joy's going. Like, I think they're trying to get everyone at that one. But so far, him and Hillary are the only ones they haven't announced out of the core 5 for the basketball game and the anniversary con.
But I guess that's it for this episode, everybody. So until next time, where can we find you guys on social media?
Man, did you want to go first?
That's fine. I have like a bunch of different Instagrams, but okay, so my personal is at Amanda_Marie_910, and then I have a Chad one at Chad_M_Murray Love, and then Swickard Army, which is for Josh Swickard and Lauren Swickard, and Cameron Matheson fan, which is for Cameron Matheson and Yeah, that's enough. that's my main like Instagrams.
And then we'll go into Kirsten. What is yours?
So I am typically on just like my personal account, which is Kirst_Hendershot. I do have a Hallmark one with Amanda, which I do want to start posting more on and maybe like posting some more of the pictures from Christmas Con. And that's You Had Me at Hallmark. Or wait, yeah, You Had Me at Hallmark. There's like underscores in between the words.
Yeah.
And then you have me. You know me, but we do have a brand new page just for this podcast. And that is, what is that called? Heart Full of Hallmark Podcast, I believe.
Yeah, I can double check.
I don't think there's any underscores in it.
I'll see if there is. Nope, no underscores. So it's just like all together. Heartful of Hallmark Podcast.
Heartful of Hallmark Podcast. I'm gonna be uploading a couple shorts from this podcast, and you can see clips. We'll have new interviews. I got some stuff lined up down the pipeline. We got more movies to talk about. We'll be talking about other non-Hallmark stuff when Hallmark either has a okay movie or just nothing coming out that we really want to talk about. Rom-coms, we'll talk about conventions. I'll have these two talk about some Christmas con prep because I know they're going to be all about that and excited for that.
Yes.
But until next time, everybody, keep your heart full of Hallmark.